Hey everybody, it's Brandon. It's Thursday, it's sunny, and just got an update for you guys on all the products. So since it released, I've been adding and working on adding Grok 4.2. So that's in, and it's in on all the models, so on all the products. Um, and so just some things to know about that. So Grok 4.2 looks great; it performs very well. They do have a multi-agent model, which is very expensive, and so Grok 4.2 is more expensive than ChatGPT, or sorry, than X or Grok Fast 4.1. It is more expensive, so I've improved, cache hit rates, refined some things just to help with the cost, which will spill over to all the models. But and then if you, for those that want to try it, Grok 4.2 multi-agent I did add, and it's extremely expensive. And so I don't know that it's a huge benefit for our needs, but if you have a bigger budget and you want to try it, try it. It's up to you. Just be mindful of the cost. It's higher. So one thing that'll help with the cost though is efficient web grounding. So that is a dynamic web grounding tool. It just won't it won't be calling the web grounding tool every single call. So that increases the cache hit rate a lot, and so that lowers our costs dramatically. And so if you can do that, and if you want to use Perplexity along with that, Perplexity will give it the intraday data that maybe something has happened since maybe the model's not going to call a web request or a web search right now, and so Perplexity can kind of supplement that without dramatically increasing your costs. And you can use Perplexity with every model, which is great. And so there's that, but there's also the code execution. So code execution, what that does is that will allow the model to, or say empower the model to generate and run Python code on its side. So if it's needing that tool for probabilities or calculating various data that we're sending it, coding that out helps it understand that instead of just using reasoning to calculate everything. And so that's cool. So it's only available on OpenAI, Anthropic, Gemini, and X. Mistral also. It is in Mistral. So yeah, so what's also nice about it is it doesn't cost significantly more at all. I don't even think you'll notice the increase in token cost. So it's cool. It's off by default, but I use it and I leave it on and try it out. The other thing is volatility force APM. So what that will do is when sudden headlines hit, like we've had a lot of those this week with the news, it will force an APM call for everything that's running on the account. So Trump says something or breaking news happens, it will immediately check, where are these positions at? Are they still in good shape, or do we need to change the take profit and stop loss levels, or do we need to close them? So that's a nice feature. And so to do that, you just enable it, and it's automatically will do that for everything. Let's see, that's separate from monitor volatility. So let me look through here, make sure I'm not missing anything. That may be it. So where I was going to say, so the APM close. So previously, with a lot of products, or not a lot, but there's some products that maybe they don't use a stop loss, or some traders that don't want a stop loss. And when APM was checking these positions out, it was noticing this position's not protected, and it was just closing them just based off of that alone. And so now it's going to focus mainly, is the thesis broken? Because realistically, that was most likely entered intentionally, whether it be a large stop loss or no stop loss, or it's not going to just automatically write that off based off that. It's going to be looking at, is if it's a buy, is the thesis broken on it? Is there a chance it could recover? And if it's absolutely, this is the right decision to close these, then it will close them. And you don't have to even use that. You can just disable it. It's disabled by default, but it's a great feature. And it also works across all the products work with, like here's Nano Machine, the APM health check. It will work that way. And, speaking of that, looking up here, let me get to the web grounding. Where am I at? Oh yeah, sorry, I looked over it. So efficient web grounding, it's a new spot. You can enable that here for Nano Machine or AIQ or Mean Machine. It'll save you some costs. Enable code execution. You can enable that here. It says OpenAI, Gemini, and Grok, but I'm going to add Mistral and Anthropic as well in there, so you know. So yeah, you can enable that if you want to use it, and it's cool. All these things add up to giving the model access to what it needs, and just as many ways as possible to whether diversify or just empower the model to make the best decision it can. I want to add that. And so, so another thing I did do is I added DeepSeek to the assistant. So on Sina, so DeepSeek is available in most countries where OpenAI or Anthropic or X are not available, and so this allows those clients to be able to use the assistant and not have to worry about if their country's blocked or not. You will want to enable Perplexity for that, because Perplexity does give web or I guess context outside of its training data or training window, so it can see what the world's doing. So you will want to use that. I definitely would recommend that. So, but that's it. There's some other code refinements that you may or may not notice. I've enhanced some error handling things with the API calls, and just some. There's a lot of code performance internally that you may or may not notice, but just refined some things that I saw, and so that's the gist of it. I should be able to have these out in the next couple days, so looking forward to it. And thank you guys for participating in the group and in the channel. The Telegram group's been a great positive place, and there's a lot of great help and a lot of great users, and everyone's just sharing things and sharing ideas and communicating well. So I appreciate that a lot. I'm grateful for that community. So anyways, hope you guys enjoy this, and we'll talk soon. Thank you all.